So, where's Zach? Okay. Sorry.
No, let me.
Where is Zach? He is quarantined.
From who?
His mom.
Oh. Oh.
Does she have COVID
I don't know. I'm just, okay. Hey guys, we're probably gonna use every minute possible. Here is, which one was that one? Number 12. Okay,
You have to change the window.
or? That's how that was.
for number 12? Okay.
That was the easiest quick test we could get.
All right, so those of you that want to listen, you can listen. Here is the men is at 6-0, and it is a closed circle because of that inequality right there, less than or equal to. Here is the graph, and I forgot it's gone. So -2 second square root x minus 6. And I'm going to graph. And sometimes it takes a minute. Depends on how old your calculator is. I'm going to go to the table because, yeah, I just am going to. So I'm going to get some points. 6-0 is my men. You see all the error, guys? Remember, sometimes you may have to change your table, okay? You think that's what happened to you? Yeah. So I had to move to find my men, and then you just go from there. So the next point is 7, -2. And then you have 8. No. Yes. 8, -2, close to 3. And then you have 9, kind of -3, and so forth. Okay. Okay. Here is your line. That's a big drop, not my best drawing. This is y is less than or equal to, so am I going to shade below or above? Below. All right, number 12. Going to clear that. I'm going to move this up, and there we go. 4 second square root x minus 2. I'm going to get out of there, say -12. I'm noticing that this -12 is going to be outside of my window. Thank you, Grace. So I need to change my window. X. See if that works.
Did we have to change it?
It just shows up better. Let me keep going. Let me go to Y. There it goes. Second table. Okay, so your min is going to be 2, -12. And 2, -12 is actually going to be, right. You can kind of figure it out. And then going to go back to my table. 3, -8. This is bad. Can't see very good. And it's a closed circle here, okay, because of my or equal to. And then 4, -6 point something. Remember I just said, make it look good, figure it out. 5, -5, kind of. All right, so am I going to shade, wow. And it's 11-0, so you're going to need to. Y is greater, you're going to shade above. That was probably level hard. If you got that one right, you're good to go. Number 10, I'm going to go to the left. What's the min for number 10?
5.
5, comma,
0.
0. Good. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 0. Go to second square root x minus 5. Okay. Second table. 6, 1, 7. Where am I? 8. Almost at 2. 9 is at 2, and there we go. And this is open circle, my fault. Right there. And you shade above or below? Because it is less than. I like the ones on the back because you're actually reviewing the front side as well. It's the same thing. Yes, ma'am.
So what slacked me off, like on those like inequalities, is that I was looking back at the notes like before, but then like and then I was like always like thinking that there's like such a thing as like a test point for like for these kind of like inequalities.
The reason you don't have to do a test point, I'm telling you, you should. But guys, the shading for this is so easy. Like I'm okay if you get it. Literally, it tells you where. You remember on the parabola, you had to because it was either inside or out. Okay. This one, it's telling you. If you want to do a test point, it should work every time. There's the min for number 8. I would like to move on and then I can come back to this. Here is the front. There's that.
I still don't get why we did like the 2x minus whatever.
You solve this for 0 every time.
All of that.
Yep. Every time you solve that for 0.
So we could do like x minus 6 equals 0 and then plus 6.
Okay, that's where you get 6.
I know, I'm asking if we could do that for every
Yep.
problem. Okay.
Yep. So this one, if you solve for 0, that's where negative 3 comes from.
Okay.
If you solve for 0, that's where the 2 comes from.
Okay.
And that is 0, right? Go. Okay, I'll bring this back up. We need to move on to something. I'm curious to see how this is going to go. Are you scared?
This already gives me a headache. So what are we gonna do about that other quiz?
I hadn't even looked at it. I hadn't even.
I need to put it in my grade book on my mom's like looking.
You want to do it when she is or isn't?
Well, I already told her.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
So I was like, well, clearly you didn't know anything. And I was like, clearly.
I don't know if that's
And
true.
also this week has been giving me like nightmares.
Oh my goodness, y'all. Okay.
It's like because of the history project.
Can't see it, can you? Thank you. That was funny.
What is the S for? Oh, here we go.
I crossed it out. All righty.
Well, it's not because
I'm so tired. I went to bed so early.
Okay. So this is review, and I actually know this because I just taught it to Algebra 1. So it's been a while. Okay, I get it. Y'all know what a radical is, right?
Right.
Okay. All we're doing is simplifying. We have just a review. So if you have, I'll just do an example. I'm getting ready to move some people out of here. X to the 14th. Y'all remember what numbers understood to be here?
1, 0.
What is this called? Say this.
Squared, so 2.
2.
Bingo.
Oh, okay.
That's why I'm writing it in pencil. When you have the square root, that 2 is understood to be there. You say the square root of x to the 14th power. Okay? Just remember that is a square. Does that ring a bell? Everybody good with that? Here's a quick review. Square root of 25 is what?
5.
Bingo. Square root of 16 is what?
4.
Square root of 9.
3.
Square root of 144.
12.
169.
14.
13. All right. You're going to need to remember those. Okay, if you don't, write them down. All right, so going back here. This is the power and the index. So I'm going to kind of scoot over here and just write
What's the square root of 2?
square root of 2. It's a rational number. Okay, here we go. Here, square root of 0 is 0. Square root of 1 is 1. There you go. All right, power index. If you wrote this,
Oh, it's 7.
I'm getting there, which is 7.
Oh, sorry.
No, yeah, you're good. You're right.
14 divided by 2. It's just whatever.
And yeah, absolute value.
And that's it.
Well, I just want to make sure the power is what number?
14.
14. The index is
2. Right?
2.
And then that's it.
And then you have to do the
Well, I'll give you a problem, and you can.
So that's the answer to absolute value of x.
So, like, would you, like, have to, like...
Guys, there's like 10 different people talking. Yes, Taylor.
So, like, if you're, like, trying to, like, simplify the radicals, like, the power of 14 over 2, like, should your answer, like, always be, like, the x to the simplified exponent with the absolute value symbol?
Let's do a few problems and you'll see. Okay, for example, square root of x to the 9th power. I'm going to go back and use my pencil. Okay, this throws some people because this is an odd number, that 9. Do you see that? Okay, this 2 is understood to be there. You need to simplify. There's the directions. You can take out some x's. All right, now how do you know how many x's to take out? I'm getting ready to show you / remind you. Okay, actually, this is kind of my scratch work. I'm going to just show, you don't have to write this down if you don't want to. But going back to old school, dividing by 9 divided by 2 is simply 4 with the remainder of,
0.5.
remainder is only 1. Remainder, 1. Okay, that remainder is important. Okay, that 1 is going to be an x left over. You divide by the number here. So guys, if this was a 3, you would divide it by what? 3.
And then it would just be 3.
So like power.
Okay,
index,
yes.
x
Do
division.
you see it?
Yeah.
Right there. Power divided by index.
Yeah.
So here's your 4. Okay, so your answer, I'm going to actually, here, I'll write it this way if this helps you. You see? Jenny, that's exactly what you just said. Equals x to the 4th. Everybody look up here real quick. This 4 and that 4 are the same. What's 9 divided by 2? 4, remainder of 1. Where's that 1 go? Boom.
You don't write 1, you just write x.
Well, you have 1 x left over.
So if it was like say the remainder is like 2, you put 2x,
No,
just put 2?
you're only supposed to have one.
And so you always put the square root sign, I think, or
The
the,
radical.
yeah, right.
Okay, you're overthinking. We'll do another one. You'll see.
You're never gonna have one x inside there. You're never gonna
What's your
have
question?
the other thing.
Never mind.
We're doing radicals, so there's gonna be a radical.
Another way that can be done, like, could you like simply like factor out the x's when x's with at the ninth power?
What's what we just did?
I know, like, there's like you could do like a factor tree, like.
Yeah, I'm not doing that. Y'all did that in middle school and stuff.
Ninth grade.
Yeah, so we will do some of that for some of the numbers. For variables, okay, guys, please keep in mind, this is for variables, okay? Let's move on, okay, y'all are getting ahead a little bit. So let's look at another one. Here, and we'll change it up. X to the 10th power, Jenny, this is gonna answer your question. Y to the 6th. So I will start this with you. Look at my index is not 2, but now it is what? 3. All right, so what you do is you have x to the 10 third, right? And y to the 6 thirds.
Is it like with division, what you do to one side, you have to do to the other, so like if we were to long divide 10 by 3, would we have to do it by?
You just do the math. So now you're still going to have your radical, okay? I'm going to be honest. I'm going to eventually, guys, this needs to be done up here. Okay, the variables, in my opinion, are the easiest. Okay, I don't love writing this step because what do you not see right now that is still in play? Jacob was just asking about it. The radical.
Oh.
Do you see the radical anywhere? Be careful writing this. Okay. So over here, you're going to have 3. I'm just doing this for you mathematically if you like to see the step. Okay. So looking at your x's, you have 10 divided by 3. So how many x's can I bring out? X to the 3rd. We have how many left over still? 1. There's my radical again. You see, this is, I caution you, be careful. The radical is not gone because I have 1 left over.
And then when you just put y2.
Right, what's 6 divided by 3? No remainder, right? Yeah, y.
Oh, so you put it before the.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That's what
Because I didn't have a remainder.
That's what I heard.
Right.
If you put it after, does it mess up?
Oh, it's wrong.
Okay.
Yeah. And this is your answer. No. You'll see the next one. I'm listening. Davis?
I'll work through it.
So the first one was in the absolute value, right? 2-1.
Hold on one second.
Is that 4?
Yeah, sorry, it's a messy 4. Okay.
Oh, there's another one back now.
Davis, I'll come back to that. Hold on one second. Yeah.
Just read it. And divide it. And then.
Okay, real quick. This is the problem. So what is your index that's understood to be here? 2. Y'all know that. Now, you got to break down 24. Simplify the square root of 24. Taylor, guess what's getting ready to happen?
Oh, yeah, factor.
There you go. I don't do the prime factorization for variables. I don't think you need it.
4 and 6.
Right. Now, this is where it gets interesting, because
And
you,
also can do it like a few different ways since there's so many factors that can go with.
you might have been taught this differently, okay? You might have been taught the factor tree, which is how you learn prime numbers when you were in elementary school, okay? Which is, I think, what she's getting at. I teach this perfect squares, okay? The highest perfect square of 24, y'all remember perfect squares? These, right? Is perfect square is 4. What's the square root of 4? 2. Okay, so you're going to have a good bit of review on this tonight for your homework. I think you'll be okay. This is not something that you usually forget. It's just you got to remember. If we want to take a vote, I will do it either way. Okay. Personally, I like the highest perfect square.
Can you just show us how to do the factor?
All right, so how you do the prime factorization, in my opinion, it's more work, but I'll show you anyway. I would stop here. But what's the factors of 4? 6?
2 and 3.
And so you add the pair and then you multiply the one that isn't a pair? Okay.
You don't add these.
No, like the 2 is like stay on the outside and then like the inside the dividend, the 2 and 3 multiply them.
Right, so this is the step I don't like. But you have, it just depends on what kind of learner you are. That's why I stop here and I say, okay, the square root of 4 is 2. I'm done. You have to know your perfect squares really, really well, and you use your calculator. Okay, here you do all the prime factorization. You factor it all the way through, and then you go back and figure it out. Yes, ma'am.
So when you square root of 24, it's just gonna give you 2?
Nope.
No?
Mm-mm.
2 and
No.
6.
So the answer to this is 2 square root 6.
That sounds like airplane crashing down. That's what that's
All right, so I'm going back here. Okay. No, I'm actually here. Sorry. So I have 2 on the outside. 2 is gone. And I have 6 left over. Okay, that 2 times 3 is 6. So I need to leave room because I know what's coming. This 6 is inside. I'll stop and let you catch up. Now let's do the variables.
X to the second.
Yeah, how'd you do that?
I divided.
4 divided by 2 is simply
2, and then would be y.
y
Cube, right?
to the cube, to the third. Let's do one more. I believe this part will come back to you, okay? If not, we'll touch base again tomorrow, okay? I don't think the numbers get too high. If they don't, I'm sorry, if they do, we're taking 2 days on this lesson. So we have flexibility. You do not have a quiz this week, just letting you know. All right, let's do one more. Do I have room?
I think you do.
Okay. Here's your radical. Index is going to be 4. Now, my advice to you, so look at that 81. What's our index?
4.
4. Just a refresher on what that 4 means with a number, not a variable, just a number. If you have, I know the answer to this because I've done this already with my Algebra 1 kids. Is there a number, you always got to check, is there a number multiplied itself 4 times that gives you 81?
3.
Bingo. 3 times 3 is 9. So 3 times 3 is 9. 9 times 3 is 27 times 3 is, got it? Now, guys, you're gonna have to play around with it a little bit. Use your calculator. Okay, so I know the fourth root of 81 is what? You just told me. 3. Okay, so look at the x here. This is what happens here. 4 divided by 4 is what, guys? 1.
That
Root 3?
No, the radical's gone.
No, but like afterward.
Radical's gone. There's
Why?
no, because that was a perfect fourth root.
there's no remainder.
There's no remainder, right?
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
Okay, it is 12:25. Let's, IXL.
Is the number before the, square root?
I'm sorry?
Is the number before the square root given to you?
What number before the square root?
Before the square root.
Yeah, it has to be.
And
Oh, I just lost it. Can you see this? Yes, ma'am.
Since we're doing ISO, can I step outside and make a phone call?
Yeah, everything okay?
Yeah, I was just gonna ask for again, I told him I work.
Okay, yeah, go ahead. Go in the stairs right here. Leave the door cracked. I'm not sure that's right. Give me a second.
Because I already done that.
I don't think that's right.
Divide tall and no news using synthetic division.
I think it's done. I think it's done.